Hello friends, I'm here today to read you some stories about bees. This first one is called Honey Bee Life Cycle. What is a life cycle? All animals and humans go through different stages of their life as they grow and change. This is called a life cycle. You already knew that, right? Baby, child, adult. What is a bee? A bee is an insect. It has 4 wings, which it uses to fly, 5 eyes, and 6 legs. Eyes, wings, legs. The queen bee lays eggs in special cells of honeycomb. The honeycomb is inside the bee's home, known as a colony. There is normally 1 adult queen in each colony. The queen lays 1 egg in each cell of the honeycomb. A well-fed and happy queen can lay up to 1,500 eggs per day during spring. Oh my goodness. Worker bees take care of the eggs. This is the cell, and this little piece right here is the egg. You can see it looks like this as well. See the egg in there inside the honeycomb cell? After around 3 days, the eggs hatch into larvae, or say larvae. At this stage, they have no legs, eyes, or wings. So larvae. My friends, this is what they look like. A larvae looks like this. Worker bees feed most of the larvae with royal jelly and a mixture of honey and pollen. These larvae will become female workers and male drones. This is the royal jelly. And this is the cell, and this is bigger. It's a queen cell, and that's a queen larvae. So that larvae is going to grow up to be a new honeybee queen. One larvae is fed a lot of royal jelly to help it grow larger and become a queen. The larvae grow very quickly, which means that their skin gets too small for their bodies. They shed their old skin and grow a new, bigger skin underneath. Worker bees. These are worker bees feeding the larvae. And here's the one right there. There's one right there. Wax cap. After around 6 days, the larvae have grown and will become workers, drones, or new queens. The workers cap the cells with wax. And then, once the larvae have grown big enough, they spin a coat of silk around themselves. This is called a cocoon. This is what it looks like when they're in the cocoon. See, there's its head and all of its legs growing and its tail, and you can see the beginnings of its wings on its back. Inside the cocoon, the larvae is changing. Its eyes, legs, and wings begin to form, and the hairs that cover its body develop. Inside the cocoon, at this point inside the cocoon, we know it's called a pupa, right? The pupa is changing into an adult honeybee. After around 12 days, it chews its way through the wax capping as an adult bee. It joins the rest of the hive to begin adult life. Adult bees are either queens, drones, or workers. They all have special jobs to do in the hive. This is the queen, this is a drone, and this is a worker. Queens are only raised when the colony needs a new one. Honeybees make the sweet honey that we can eat and buy in shops. Honey is made from the nectar the worker bees collect from flowers. There are around 20,000 types of bees in the world. In the hive, bees communicate with each other by doing a special sort of dance called the waggle dance. They do this to tell each other important information, such as where they can find food outside of the colony. Worker bees collect nectar and pollen for their food and bring it back to the hive for the other bees to eat. Nectar and pollen is found in flower beds. Worker bees carry pollen in special baskets on their legs. Worker bees look for brightly colored flowers to find nectar and pollen. They drink it using their long tongue, which is called a proboscis, which they use like a straw. Do you see the pollen baskets on the legs? World record breakers. The world's largest colony was found in Texas, and it was over 19 feet. The world's largest bee is the female leafcutter bee. She's about 1.5 inches big, so about that big. All right, my friends, I have one more book to show you. This is called The Honeybee. This was written by Kristen Hall and illustrated by Isabel Arsenault. A field, a tree, come and see. For miles all around you grow wild and free flowers. But then, shh, what's that? Do you hear it? You're near it. It's closer. It's coming. It's buzzing. It's humming. A bee! 4 tiny wings, they buzz and they sing. They're clapping and flapping, the busy bees lapping. Lap, 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 tap, tap, tap. Searching, perching. This one! This is the flower the bee has chosen. This is the flower the pollen grows in. This is the flower, its color so bright, its sweet blooming scent calls the bee from its flight. Such a long trip. It's time for a sip. Sugary, watery nectar. There now it drills. It drills now. The bee sips and spills now. There now it swills now. It sits oh so still now. There now it fills now. It's back to the hill now. More pollen, more nectar. It's mealtime. Buzz, buzz. All right, so you see the bee used the proboscis to suck out the nectar, and then got pollen on it and used the pollen to fill up the pollen baskets, and now it's going back to the hive. Buzz, buzz, a crowd swarming and teeming and loud, flapping, flying, landing, prying. All of this nectar, it's ours, it's ours. They work on the flowers for hours and hours until little bees with heavy sacks, lifting, shifting, turning back. Zoom, they race. Zoom, they chase. Zoom, they zoom and pick up the pace, and then zoom, they see it up ahead. Our hive, our hive, our hiding place. Watch them arrive. Watch how their hive buzzes alive. Buzz. Where are the flowers you found today? Dance for us, foragers. Show us the way. A dance begins. Waggle, wiggle. The dance is lovely. Tremble, jiggle. The dance goes straight now in a line. A figure 8 is the final sign. Oh, now we know where to go. Thanks for the secrets, and thanks for the show. New foragers leave on a searching mission, while house bees march forward with hungry ambition. Chew, chew, that's what we do. We suck out the nectar, we suck it straight through. Chew, chew, we're changing its makeup, we're giving the nectar a chemical shakeup. Chew, chew, we make it like glue. Make it thick, make it stick, make it slick, make it new. Chew, 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 at last we're finally through. But there's one more thing to do at home. Like fill the honeycomb. They jam its cells with nectar plaster, then rev up their engines and beat their wings faster. Whoosh, they're strong despite their size. Swoosh, the nectar cools and it dries. It's getting thicker now. Wings move quicker now. Fan, fast, pump, blast. We did it. We did it! It's honey at last! And now to keep it safe, the tiny honey cells are capped. Liquid gold is sealed and trapped. And only when it's needed most, a hungry day, will these vaults be tapped. Outside the hive come shorter days, cooler winds and softer rays, fewer eggs to birth and raise. Well, with the queen less busy, the hive's less buzzy, and beads amass all soft and fuzzy. Come now, rest, join our nest, huddle and cuddle, the winter's our test. And there they are in their hive through the winter. Pop a bud, drip some mud. Creatures stir in the melting snow, and inside the hive, the bees, they know, hum, it's springtime, hum, life anew. One little bee in a tree knows what to do. Watch it zoom. A field, a tree, climb it and see. From a faraway hive flew this hard-working, honey-sweet bee. All right, my friends. One. And now I'd like to show you quickly the life cycle of the honeybee. All right, so first, here we go. Here's the larva. After, oh no, wait, sorry, friends. Here's the egg. First, the egg. Inside, it's honeycomb shape, which is shaped like a hexagon. And there's the larva, and then the larva, the egg grows up into larva. So egg and then larva, and then it turns into a pupa in a cocoon, and then it becomes an adult bee, grown-up honeybee, just like that. All right, my friends. That's all for now. Bye.